Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or much good depending on your location. Please join in the struggle to liberate our people from the contraption. Like and share videos. Today is Friday, the 6th day of September 2024. I bring a news update. Threat to poison Igbos. Ahamefula writes open letter to Nigerian lawmakers from Austria. Yes, and the letter goes this way. Dear Senate President Senator Godswill Akpabio and Speaker House of Reps Honorable Abbas Tajuddin, I write this letter not as an Igbo man whose life is one of those under threat, but as a concerned patriotic citizen, a social justice crusader and a human rights activist who strongly believes in the sacrosanctity of life and that has stood up at notable times devoid of ethnic and religious backgrounds in defense of justice. Consequently, I am compelled to draw your attention to the ugly prevailing circumstance of a reported threat of mass killing of Igbos in Austria through poisoning by Nigerian, Mr. Kingsley Ugiagbe. Mr. Ugiagbe from Edo State is a member of Edo community in Vienna and also lives in Vienna. In a TikTok virtual meeting, Mr. Ugiagbe, who spoke partly in English and his native language, was reported to have threatened to kill Igbos wherever he would see them. Mr. Ugiagbe, who was not alone in that virtual meeting, was cheered when he bragged that he was prepared to exterminate the lives of Igbos in a Silver Jubilee cultural night party of Edo community Vienna. He said the first person he would poison was the chairman of the Igbo community. The statement goes this way, quote, I will come to the Edo party with poison. The first person I will give the poison is that one they called the chairman of Ndigbo. Anywhere Edo people see Igbo people, we should do to them whatever we can do. And if the Edo people cannot do anything by fighting them, we should carry our poison in the pocket. I have already arranged my own. Thank God there will be Edo Festival on 31st August 2024. I'll be going there with my poison to poison the Igbos. End of quote. Now this is the statement of this Mr. Gerbe threatening the Igbos. Yes. Now the Mr. Ahamefula continued to say, the TikTok virtual meeting video where he made the threat is hereby attached to your individual official emails. Yes, to the Senate President and the House of Representative Speaker emails. Say he attached this TikTok video. Oh yes. Now they said this threat to Ndigbo has continued to cause tensions between Nigerians and Biafrans living in Austria. Yes, that is what is happening now. Oh yes. So the Ahamefula continued to say, look, life is sacrosanct and the most precious gift from God, and no mortal can give and has no right to take. Yes. So in respect to that, said he's calling on the government to do the needful. Yes. He said, look, said it is not a way of life and not a good image. Yes. So this is what is happening now. Yes. But in a swift reaction, the Edo people or the Edo community, Vienna, yes, the umbrella body of Edo people, which Mr. Gerber is equally a member, confirmed the threats and disassociated themselves from his utterances with a communique titled, quote, public disclaimer, and the statement reads this way. The attention of the leadership of Edo community, Vienna, has been drawn to a video that has gone viral in the public domain. In the said video, some very appalling and exaggerated statements were made by, undeniably, a member of Edo community, Mr. Kingsley Ugebe, to the effect that there is a warning battle between Edo community and the Igbo communities. Yes, that's the communique of the Edo community. These are shutting themselves from the statement of Mr. Ugebe. Yes. Now, this same Ozoma writing to the Senate President and the Speaker, saying, the impending danger of this very threat is that we recognize only Mr. Kingsley Ugegbe in that TikTok virtual meeting. How about others? He said, who called and polluted that meeting? Again he asked, so how many times have they assembled? So what was the purpose of them gathering? Say how many of them were in that meeting and how many were in the ungodly alliance of poisoned Igbos? Are all of them living in Austria? Say if yes, which states? And if no, which countries are they residing so that care will be taken? Say this incubating hazard is a timely bomb that should not be allowed to explode. Yes, that is what this man is saying. Yes, writing to the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, talking about these incendiary statements of poisoning the Igbos. Yes, in Austria. That is what is happening now. And we are saying, where is Tinubu and Abike Dabrerewa that arrested the Amaka that resides in Canada? Yes, where are they? Where are these people? Yes, now the Huriwa have also made their statements concerning this issue. Yes, the Human Rights Writers Association of Nigeria, charging the federal government to take immediate action against Mr. Kingsley Gegbe. Yes, a Nigerian residing in Vienna, Austria, for making inflammatory and dangerous statements threatening mass killings of Ndigbo. Yes, Huriwa strongly condemned the hateful rhetoric and urged the Nigerian authorities to apply the same level of commitment and pressure as was done in the case of Canada-based Nigerian Mrs. Amaka, who advocated for the poisoning of some Nigerians and was subsequently arrested by Canadian authorities. According to Huriwa, the call for Gyagbe's arrest is not only a matter of justice but a necessary step toward preventing ethnic violence and promoting harmony between Nigerians and Biafrans. In a strongly worded statement signed by the National Coordinator of the Money Beacon on Thursday, the Human Rights Advocacy Group expressed deep concern over a growing trend of ethnic hate speech, which it described as a serious threat, yes, to human life, yes, particularly between Nigeria and Biafrans. Yes, we will recall the swift action taken by the Nigerian government when Amaka's video, where she called for the poisoning of certain ethnic groups, went viral. In response to public outcry and diplomatic pressure, she was arrested and is now facing prosecution in Canada. According to Huriwa, they are demanding the same approach be adopted in dealing with Ugiagbe, who has openly threatened mass poisoning of Igbo people. They said the same way Nigerian mounted pressure on the Canadian government, which led to the arrest and prosecution of Amaka, should be applied in the case of King Sedu Ugiagbe. They said the gravity of his threats cannot be ignored and justice must be served. So hate speech and incitement to violence should be addressed wherever and whenever they occur, and those responsible must face the consequences of their actions. Yes, the Human Rights Organization warned that failing to take decisive action against Ugiagbe will send a dangerous signal that ethnic threats and hate speech against Igbos could go unpunished, thus emboldening others to propagate hate and incite violence. That's what Huriwa is saying. Oh yes. Now, in a very later development, Huriwa raised concerns about Nigeria's government's apparent tolerance of anti-Igbo sentiment within its ranks. Specifically, the organization urged President Bola Tinubu to immediately sack Bayo Onanuga, his special assistant, on strategic communications, whom he described as a notorious Igbo hater. Onanuga, according to Huriwa, has been vocal in his disdain for Igbos, especially during the 2023 elections, when he was reported to have made inflammatory statements about Igbos' involvement in Lagos politics. Yes, Huriwa said Onanuga's public declaration that 2023 would be the last time Igbos would be politically active in Lagos is, according to them, a dangerous narrative that incites ethnic hatred and could have severe consequences. Could have severe consequences for this, for the unity, yes, and for the continued harmonious relationship between the Biafrans and Nigeria. Now, the statement said, Bayo Onanuga has made it abundantly clear that he harbors deep resentment towards the Igbo, and his statement suggests that he is willing to stoke ethnic tensions in the future between Biafrans and Nigeria. Yes, his assertion, the group said, that Igbos will no longer participate in Lagos politics after 2023 is a clear indication of his agenda to sideline and marginalize a significant ethnic group. Yet such a person has no business holding a strategic communication role in administration of Tinubu. They asked Tinubu to sack Onanuga immediately. Yes, saying he shouldn't encourage people to make anti-Igbo utterances. Yes, so that is what is happening now. The government of Nigeria, they are showing that they are, biased. We are watching them on this one now.